Hi, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Blonde. I'm Missy Day,
And Jill Branson.
and we have someone very cool in the studio. Very excited. We have Sandy Gerard with us, who came all the way from California, which is a state that's going to fall in the ocean
Yeah,
someday.
that's right.
If we don't burn up first.
Yeah,
That's
we're
true.
basically
That's
on
true.
fire right now. So
Fire's
Oh.
awful. Welcome to the show. It's
Thank
so
you.
awesome to have you here.
thanks for having me. So I came to visit with you guys today and talk about Freedom Crab Nation.
And
Okay.
we want to hear about it.
Let's just ask our audience just real quickly. Freedom Crab Nation. Just think about what kind of image that implies in your head right now.
Well, let me help you with that image. Freedom Crab Nation is a company that allows me to help you overcome crab mentality in your life. Everybody has that big idea, dream, and goal that they want to go out and achieve. Maybe it's saving money, maybe it's building a big MLM corporation, maybe it's building their own corporation, maybe it's losing weight. Who knows? Whatever your dream is. And you bring that to the people that you most want approval from, right? Your friends, your family, your spouse, your significant other, your children. And they look at you and go, you'll never be able to do that. You tried to save money last year. And they stomp on your goal and they stomp on your dream. And how does that make you feel? Does your dream die there on the floor? Or do you proceed forward and go out and achieve success in that MLM or build your business or save the money or lose the weight? Oftentimes it dies on the floor. And I have Freedom Crab Nation, where I help coach people to overcome crab mentality and crab in a bucket thinking. I have mastermind groups, and I do one-on-one, and I do workshops. And it's super fun, and our workshops are interactive.
So we recently went to a workshop that Sandy did about Freedom Crab. So I think it's fascinating. So I didn't know the whole thing about crabs in a bucket until I met you and you talked about it. So explain a little bit about that, what crabs do in a bucket.
If you put more than one crab in a bucket and one tries to climb out, the other crabs will grab that little crabby leg and drag them back in. Basically, if I can't escape, you can't escape. And crab mentality is that thinking. If I can't have it, you can't have it. If I can't do it, you can't do it. And that's not true. Don't let someone else's limited thinking convince you that you're not able to achieve something.
Yeah, I love the analogy, how you took that and spin it into your business. You know, because how often, like you're saying, how often do we have people that are pulling on our little crabby legs?
And it's
Pulling
sad.
us back in.
So I always say to people, don't be a bucket crab, because bucket crabs get eaten. The little crab that didn't get out of the bucket ended up at the supermarket and on my dinner
That's
plate.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And I love crab. So
So what do you think is the biggest thing, your biggest takeaway that people leave your workshops or if they coach with you on Freedom Crab?
one, that they are frequently their own crab.
Mm-hmm.
And that's huge. That's a
Right.
huge thing to overcome. Before they even get off the ground, they're telling themselves why they can't do it, which is crazy. Two, they learn how to identify the people in their lives to not share information with, so that they don't get squashed before they get anywhere. And they learn how to clear space in their minds. And unless you clear space in your mind, your creativity stays blocked, and you don't have the freedom to think and grow and build what you need to build and do what you need to do. And I think those are the top three things that people come with, and they take the lid off of their thinking. The unlimited thinking, because people are, set a financial goal. Oh, I want to make $60,000 a year, and then their friends like, you can't do that. While people are making millions and millions and millions doing a multi-level marketing or running a corporation, they can do anything they want to if they're willing to put in the action
Right.
and the time, the activity. But you have to have the mindset first to go do it. And you got to ignore the people that tell you you cannot.
And there is a lot of
Absolutely.
work involved.
There is a
when
lot
it
of work.
comes to research and different things that you need to do, make yourself be just a little bit different than everybody else, and that's how you're going to evolve. Is by creeping out of that, getting out, quit watching everybody else, do your own thing that is going to move you forward.
Absolutely. And the thing that surprises me the most is if they have a big idea, they don't know how to take the steps to get
Right.
there, or they limit their big idea. I mean,
Mhm.
that $60,000 a year that they think they want to earn could be $1 million a year if they expand their thinking. It doesn't have to be. There's nothing wrong with anywhere you place that goal at. But it can be bigger if they want it to be bigger, and sometimes people don't realize that.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first started my business, and my business coach, you know, she said, "What is your main concern?" I said, "My main concern is that I'm not going to make enough money, the same amount that I made at Citibank."
Mhm.
And she said, "What did you make?" And I told her, and she started laughing. And I was like, "Oh my God, you're like laughing at me right now?" And she goes, "Why are you shooting so low?"
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
And we do, don't we? It's like
That's
we
true.
play like this safe zone thing. And okay, I'm just going to throw this number out here because that's all I think I can do. Is that really what I'm saying?
Well, it's the reason I joke about the $60,000 is because I was coaching somebody 6 or 7 years ago, and her goal was 60,000, and I was making more than that at the time. And same thing, I was like, "What? Let's shoot
Mhm.
bigger." But she was in an environment that did not lend itself to her thinking bigger.
Mhm.
So we busted her out of that mindset and grew her.
She
We
grew
liberated
up.
her from the bucket.
Yay!
So, do you have some things, events coming up that you'd like to tell everybody about?
I do. I have some virtual workshops coming up through Zoom, and you can schedule one-on-one time with me, and we can see if coaching one-on-one is the route that's appropriate for the person. And then I have some masterminds, and some of that is posted on my Freedom Crab Nation Facebook page, where you can schedule in with
Mhm.
me through Calendly link. And I was having issues with it today, so I'm fine-tuning it this evening, but they'll all be up and ready, so you can schedule time with me either with the one-on-ones or with the workshop
Mhm.
or for the mastermind by the end of tomorrow.
Do you have a limit on how many people?
I
in your-
limit my workshops to 10 people because it's interactive,
Okay.
and I want people to be able to communicate with one another. And if you're on a Zoom with more than 10 people trying to communicate, it can be a challenge, and I want people to get the most out of it that they possibly can
Mhm.
and interact with one another, because you learn from all that synergy. And same
Right.
with the masterminds is 10
Mhm.
because you want people to communicate and bond and get to know each other and grow as a group from the experience.
So, we have there on the screen, we have your phone number. And so, how can people get hold of you through email?
My email is freedomcrabnation@gmail.com. And if you send me an email, I will definitely respond to you. freedomcrabnation@gmail.com. And I'm also on Facebook under Freedom Crab Nation.
So, if a company is interested and they think that, you know, this would serve them well, add value to a company, are you open to doing workshops for companies?
Man, companies are critical for crab mentality. You
Sure.
have the crab in the business world stands around the water cooler, right? And they tell you everything that can't be done, and that is the most toxic thing you can have in a corporation. Is that person trying to drag everybody down and not allow them to be the
Mhm.
best that they can be at their job.
Right.
Because you have people in there who want to promote up, who want to do an excellent job, who want to get a raise and want to grow in the company. But you have people naysaying about the company or complaining about the owner or that poverty mindset
Right.
that they try to spread through the company to keep it down. And yeah, definitely. It's great to have somebody that can come in like
Mhm.
myself and teach them how to overcome and ignore that crab person
Mhm.
and not limit them. This is their career.
Right.
And
exactly.
they should be excited about it. They should want to be the best that they can be at it. And they should want to help that company grow so that they can grow in that company. And get out of that bucket. Go grow that company. And and then the sky's the limit.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming and being on the show. And so when are you going to be back in Vegas?
Not soon enough. If I could be here every month, I would definitely be here every month. So I'm working on that.
Awesome. Well, thank you for
Cool.
being on the show with us.
Yeah.
Thank you for
thank you.
having
Love
me.
having you.
It's a
It's
pleasure.
been fun.
And stay with us. Our next guest is going to be Nancy Gabriel.